Hello, hello. I am Bridget Rowe. I am energy, I am powerful, and I am who I say I am. The purpose of this video is to discuss 5 things you do not do on the first date. Okay, number one. Number one on my list I have is talk about your ex, about religion or politics. So I'm going to speak of these 5 and tell you why. The reason why I feel as though you do not talk about an ex, politics, or religion is because those are sensitive topics. The first date should be about having fun, being in the now, you know, laughing and enjoying the moment. And politics, religion, and exes can give another person a different perspective of you. It can have a disagreeable um, flip to it. And you don't want to come off as a disagreeable person, especially when you're dealing with religion. You know, if they like Jesus, you like Buddha, and some people go really hard for their religion and the person that they voted for and their ex. Just leave those things alone and enjoy the restaurant and enjoy the trip or wherever they took you on the first date. The second thing I have on my list is do not go on the date with your ass out on a platter, everything exposed. The reason why is because you want to leave something to the imagination. So if you have cleavage, a little bit of cleavage out, okay, well, cover the legs. If you have the legs out, cover the top. You want to have the man wonder what's underneath the dress. Is there anything underneath there? You know? Just to heighten the energy, the the thought, the illusion of longing to be with you. You don't want to share everything and give everything. Number 3, you do not want to tell him that you are looking for a husband, that you want or long to be married. No. Instead, you just want to have fun tonight. You just want to get to know him. If that question comes up, I just really want to have fun with you tonight. Let's just have fun. Instead of getting into, I want to be married because I've never been married before. Because human nature, we're not going to go to that man, but we're going to talk about human nature here. When we're talking about human nature, when somebody, if I'm a single woman and there is a single man across from me telling me how much he's longing for a wife and gazing into my eyes, it makes it feel a little bit uncomfortable. And it's all about the perception. Then I could possibly be thinking, okay, is he sizing me up to be that wife? I'd really like to get to know him first, And so I don't want to have to get into defense mode. So you don't want that man to get in defense mode and be like, look, I ain't the husband. I just want to have a good time. So just allow for the good time to take place, and that's it. Don't set up that tension especially on the first date. So it's just my opinion. You do what you want to do in your physical reality. It's just my opinion that marriage is not something you just talk about on the first date. I think it's like a repellent. Anyway, number 4, do not plan the second date. Do not plan the second date. That means, oh, I had so much fun. What are you doing next week? Can we go to da 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 da? No. And the reason why is because that makes you exude the masculine energy now. Chasing him or asking him to go on a date with you. No, you want to know if he enjoyed himself and let him lead and let him bring up the next date. Let him ask you, what you have on your calendar for next Friday. And you would say, I don't know, I'll check. As if you're not being thirsty in pursuing. You want to see this. You have to allow the man to do this to you. And if not, you'll never know how he truly feels. So don't plan the next date. Don't. And last but not least, number 5, do not call him first after the date. No matter what. Even if he says, even if y'all drove different in different cars and he said, call me when you get home, don't do it. You don't have to listen. Don't do it. You go home and you wait for him to reach out. This ties to the previous one, number 4, where you want to know if he likes you or not, if he had a good time or not. And so if you don't call him, you can say, okay, then you're going to call. Well, go home and, get ready to go and, shower, take your bath or whatever, and don't. And if he calls you that night or the next day, you can say, oh, it slipped my mind. I got a phone call on my way in the house and then I fell asleep. But yes, thank you. I made it home safely. It feels so good to know that you were concerned about me. You see? So now you didn't listen, but you know that he cared, that you made it home. You see? And it just allows for you to stay in your feminine essence of exuding feminine energy and just being, and allowing the man to be the pursuer, and gauging on the fact that if he even care about you, even if he care that you even made it home, and allow him to ask you, well, did you have fun? Did you have fun? So you can see if he cares about those things about you. That's the only way you're going to figure it out. That's the only way. But if you call and then you try to extend the date longer and you try to set up date number 2, you don't know what he's thinking. You're not giving him a chance to think about you. You're not giving him a chance to miss you. You know what? Another thing I should say about this outside of the 5 is that don't talk too much. Be a little bit mysterious. Be a little bit mysterious. So the things, if I could flip the dynamic of this video right quick and say the things that you do. So the things to do is to show up on time. A lot of women don't do that. Show up on time. Be mysterious. Listen to him. Because this is a moment when in the beginning stage, you got to get into that mental. You got to listen to the things that he's saying. You got to understand what in order to be able to mentally stimulate him down the line, you have to know where that ego lies. You have to know those shortcomings. And in order to be able to build him up later for them, or pull back from stroking his ego in that area. So you should be developing good listening skills. You should be smiling and maybe touch him. Touching shows that you are interested. This nonverbal communication speaks volumes. Being intimate with him when he's speaking by getting closer to him. Pulling back when you're speaking exudes feminine energy and speaking at a nice soft tone. Touching him when you have something to say or telling a story, or touching him on his shoulder, on his leg. That's feminine energy. So those are the things that, in my opinion, you do and do not do on the first date. But in any case, enjoy the journey and show the man what the whoa and woman really means. Be blessed.